Good morning, everyone. How are we all doing today? So, welcome back to another episode of Elena Demonetized. I'm here joined with Alpha Wolfe, my co-host, and the beautiful Briana. So,
Hi, guys.
Please give an introduction about who you are and what you're all about.
Well, I'm just Briana. I mean, some of them, they'll probably know me.
Mm-hmm.
They've heard the scandals, you know. I'm sure they've caught wind here and there, but you know, I'm just that girl from San Diego. I mean, nothing major.
So today, what are we going to be talking about today?
Well, we're just going to be getting into like the girls. So
basically, you're here to spill the tea, and she has no shame in spilling anything. So without further ado, you guys, let's jump right into this episode and let's get demonetized. So, San Diego. You're from San Diego as well, right?
Born and raised, baby. Yeah.
So I'm surprised you guys never even ran into each other because he's from San Diego.
Wow, I did not know that.
So where in San Diego are you?
I live in downtown.
Okay.
Yeah.
What high school did you go to?
La Jolla.
Okay.
Oh, wow. So you're like resident there. I thought you just moved down there.
No, so I moved to the U.S. when I was 7 years old from Mexico, from Guadalajara. And yeah, I was living in San Diego like that whole time until when I turned 18. I moved to Orange County, and it's a funny story, guys. We were neighbors. Like I lived like right across the street from you.
Right there, and I'm over here.
Well, I don't live there
you're not there anymore. You're not there anymore, so it's fine.
Yeah. So you know, it's kind of unfortunate that we didn't get to like kind of have more time together.
You're best friends. Well, you were best friends with another trans girl that everyone knows. What's her name? Kendall Raindrop. So why are you guys not friends anymore?
Okay, so so here's kind of like how our friendship came to be. I knew Kendall for like maybe
it's so funny because Danny and I used to call her Candle. Like Candle.
You didn't know that there was an actual name as Kendall.
No, like every time we heard it's just like Candle, like a candle, like lighting up a candle, raindrop. Okay. So we always called her Candle, yeah. But go on, I'm so sorry.
So no, you're fine. Yeah, we met online like maybe like 9 years ago.
Oh yeah, you guys were friends for a really long time.
Yeah, before we both came to be what we are. Yeah, so you know, I don't know, you remember back in the day when there was like Uno? Do you remember Uno? You remember?
Vintage. I remember that green and black. Yeah.
So, you know, back when like the little Vine MacCon people like would go live and like do their broadcasts. Okay, whatever. So that's kind of where I met her. So she would do like her little thing and whatever. So yeah, then through time we were FaceTiming like every day like besties. And you were living in San Diego at this time, right? Yes, and she was living in LA. Illinois. No, she lived in Illinois. Okay. When she moved to LA, she was 18 and I was 16. Okay. And I had my ex-boyfriend at the time and I was like, "Oh my god, like I've known this girl for like so long online. Let me just like," I was like, "Please like take me. Like I want to go meet her." Like, you know, after being like friends for so long. So, yeah, we did the drive to LA after she got her place there. And, that's how we became friends. And, I met her when she already had like her, like, you know, her fuss, her boobs and everything. I didn't have anything yet. I mean, I was already like years on hormones and everything. But
you're really young. How old are you? Because you're really young.
Yeah, I started at 13.
Yes. How old are you now?
I'm 20.
Yeah, you're so fucking. Because when I met you, you were like I think 18 or 19.
Yeah.
You were really young.
So,
I remember that.
Yeah. So I lost my train of thought. So yeah, then I met her, and yeah. So we were friends through the years, like whatever. Then everything was fine, but then I kind of like started like I always kind of felt with her that it was like kind of competitive.
Well, that's how any friendship with trans girls are.
But,
it's really
you know,
competitive, as you may know as well.
I've seen that,
yeah, being around that.
And it just gets like, it got so annoying where I was like, every time like I had to like reassure her of things of herself and you know, it kind of just got tired. And then she would like be so scared, like, you know, she would, God forbid, like we were out together or something, she would not like, supposedly besties or whatever, I wouldn't get tagged in any stories. I would not be caught dead in one of her like stories because she was so intimidated by me. Yeah. That she just wouldn't post me even though I'm like her bestie or whatever. I was like, girl, like what's going on? So you know, we had like little fights because of that through time. And then like most recently, and then after I got like all my surge, like, and everything, I was 17. I did like my full veneers. I did my full like fucking.
Yeah, I remember I saw a post about you, and it was kind of like the youngest doll to ever get like all these surgeries.
I kind of stalked it to the girls. I did. Yeah. So I did like the full, you know, gig, like full FFS, full veneers, everything. I was, you know, I did my pump and everything at 16.
That's insane.
Yeah,
did it. Like I was still in high school.
I was showing up to high school, like, girl, like sitting up, like I couldn't sit on my desk. I couldn't sit on my desk. I had to stand up by my desk because I was freshly like pumped or whatever.
That is so funny. I love that so much.
Yeah,
I couldn't even do that at 16. I was in high school at 16.
Don't you have to be laying, like, after you get pumped, don't you need like laying down?
Yeah,
usually you gotta be
so then like the teacher would be like, "What is going on?"
You're gonna lay down afterwards.
Yeah, well, I did, but you know, like, I still had the, you know,
the bandages, the super glue, and the tissue, and the
you know,
the bandages.
You know how that goes. So yeah, after I did like that whole, like the whole, you know, everything, that's when she kind of is, you know, clutching her pearls a little bit. She couldn't take, poor thing.
Poor thing.
She gagged. Unfortunately, she gagged. And you know, then through time, I just kind of got so over it. So then, like, the most recently when we had this fight.
So what was your age gap between you and Kendall? Because you got all this like at 16, 2 years apart. Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, I socked it to her. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I was always more sickening. Like, I mean, what can I say?
It wasn't intentional, but it just worked out that way. She just took it personally.
Right. And the gag is that before, she already had like her FFS and everything, and we'd go to the club together, and I was like, you know, just hormones, like sickening. And girl, they would all still live for me, even though she's all searched and everything. I still get all the trade. Like, I let her have it. I really did.
And you never once were kind of just like, did you ever feel you were in competition with her?
Oh, no, never.
So you never saw it that way. But it was kind of just her being.
You're just living your life. You're just doing you. Yeah, not worried about anybody else, just doing you. And then lo and behold, that affects other people's lives when you're just focused on yourself.
It's so unfortunate because we had, I you know, I had a lot of love for her. You know, to this day, you know, I'm sure I have some love for her, but fuck her. And so there were situations where she was like insecure about things like, like, yeah, like, don't, like, she wouldn't like introduce me to like guys she was talking to or something, and out of fear of them maybe finding me more attractive, which, I mean, can you blame them? That's the real gag. So then, but then she would go around and she would do that to me. So like when like I was like talking to guys or something, she would go through my following, find them, and then do like the same thing she was scared that I would do to her. She did it to me. And I'm like, what? Like, are you okay? Like, what's going on?
When I first met you, I mentioned how like she had talked to my ex and stuff. And then you were mentioning she was really boy crazy.
She's, girl.
Is that true?
She feels it. I feel like she like that's how she kind of validates herself.
Through attention from other guys, in a sense, I mean, or having to like reach out to other guys just to get the attention, to have the validation.
I mean, I never met her, so I can't really say for sure, but like, given that you are her best friend, I'm just gonna take your word over it. You know what I mean? Yeah,
no, she was. So then, like, this most recent time, maybe like, I don't know, a few months ago, 6 months ago, maybe. I kind of just got over it, and I just like, honey, I read her down. I sent her like the meanest text I've ever sent her. There was no going back after that text. Oh no, there was.
You're in it.
No, there was no going back. I really did. Poor thing. I really did let her have it. I went in about how she just like, you know, I said some mean things. I'll say. I mean, I called her like a boy because she doesn't take her hormones and she's like just like a mess, and like she like 10 rounds of laser and still grows a full beard. Like, I mean, what's going on? So, you know, I kind of went in, let her have it, and I just got over it. I mean, I wasn't gonna like keep like trying to like be this nice person.
So what sparked up that text? Like, why did you like? What was the last straw for you to finally be like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna let her have it.
The final straw.
What was the final straw?
Oh my god, I don't know. Let's look at the text,
because it doesn't just happen overnight. You didn't just wake up and
say, you know what?
I'm gonna
something
like,
happened.
What happened to make you finally like lay it out like that?
I forgot. I don't know. Maybe I was just feeling it.
She like had a little bit of shot, and it was just the vibe.
No, I something had happened where I caught wind of something she was like going in on me about, or I don't remember. Yeah. I really don't. Shocking. But I'm a little party girl. So yeah, but I just sent the text. Do you want to read it?
Read it to us.
Oh God,
as well.
I'm so catty. So I was like, this is in October. So this was the message that I couldn't go back from.
Okay, I'm ready to hear this.
I'm like, you're so fucking ugly. It's sad. I'm horrible. You're so fucking. You have no real friends because no one really fucks with your linebacker ass. Dead ass, like no one fucks with you, faggot. It's sad. Good luck with your newly transition cross-dressing ex. Maybe you return to being a man like you should, because clearly being a woman doesn't work out, and he'll be the girl. And I socked it to her like that, and I just girl paid it. So yeah, I think something had happened where I caught wind and some shady behind my back stuff, and I was just like, you know what, it's time.
It probably happened so many times that you're just like, you know what, it seems like you're a pretty nice girl, and you just like let shit kind of build up over a while.
I mean,
there was enough fuel on that pile of sticks where she just fucking lit the match up. Bye.
It was time. I couldn't like do that anymore. It was just, it was such a long friendship, but it got tired.
Sometimes you gotta stand for yourself and move forward,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really want to know like what like caused you to just say that.
I
really want to know, because like I'd be so like taken back if like we're good, and I don't know, I just get that text. Do you know what I mean? So there has to be something that happened for that text to like.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll remember. Maybe throughout the interview, I'll remember. But
you need to just jump back into it if you ever do remember.
Yeah. I honestly can't say.
So people hearing that. They're gonna say something along the lines of just like, oh my God, Briana, like this is, she's like so mean. Not necessarily that, but kind of just like this is like hate within like the trans community, this and that, or kind of just like, oh my gosh, she's not a good person, blah blah, for saying those things. But like, what was the dynamic between your guys' friendship? Because I know it wasn't just one-sided where like you said these mean things and she kind of just like sat back and played victim. Like I know how trans friendships are. The girls are catty with each other, and you know this as well. Like the more closer you are with your friends, the more catty. Like it's very normal for trannies to be friends and call each other out for like transitioning and stuff.
That's that's like, it seems like that's the go-to. It's always like faggot. You go to faggot. You're a boy. Like,
you're a boy.
You should just go back to being a dude. Like it's all just like you're just a cross-dresser.
Like the dynamic for trans friendships to like have that is very normal. So it's kind of like. All the things that you said to her, I've literally said to my friends as jokes. You know what I mean? But like, you just mentally say it. But it's kind of like, would you consider that kind of like a mean thing to be like?
Absolutely, and that's why I said it. That
was the intention. Clearly,
I wanted to hurt her feelings because it's true. I mean, you know what? I have my views on what exactly is like. Actually, like, like a trans woman and stuff, and with her and some things, like in some, I don't know, maybe I'm talking out my ass, but if you're not taking your hormones and you're not even like taking your transition like seriously like that, where it's like you're crying to me about how you're having these like manly changes, but you're not doing anything about it, and you're not on your blockers. I mean, babe, and then you're gagged that happened. I'm like, you're going through male puberty because you're not doing anything about it, and then you're sitting there looking in the mirror surprised, so you have to wake up every morning and shave your face. Like, come on, girl, like what's going on? So, I mean, definitely like the dynamic. I was definitely a bully. I mean, I was, but I did it out of hopes to kind of like push her into like stepping her shut up, but it never happened.
So how was she like towards you? Because or were you just always like the mean one to her?
I was the mean one. I can say it. I was.
I mean, love that you're honest about it. You know what I mean? Like you're not fake about it.
I definitely, I was definitely like a little mean. Okay. I will say I did try it. She put up with me, but I'm like, if you're letting me push you around, I'm going to keep pushing you around.
She never fought back?
Oh, no, girl. What is she going to do? Try to read me? What is she going to read? Like... I'm like, girl, like, I love that. I mean, like, honey, like, let's go out, like, stand next to me, like, let's see. Like, I don't know. I feel it.
Yeah, so as far as you and Kendall, like, you guys just aren't friends anymore, and you texted her that there's no going back. Would you ever want to be friends with her again?
No, I'm fine.
Is that like a chapter you're just going to close entirely?
Yeah, because it's always going to be the same thing. Yeah. I mean, it's been years. I mean, it's been, like I said, like 9 years. Nothing's going to change. I mean, come on. So I think if in 9 years, it was always like that, then, I mean, it's clearly just going to keep going that way. Yeah. And what can you do?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's really sad to hear. Obviously, I'm not biased, so if Kendall, if you're watching, you want to come on and tell your side, more than happy to. Then we can sit you both down and you guys can both talk about it. If you're open to that, I would love that as well. But we're not. There's 2 sides to every story.
Absolutely.
I remember I was telling him, he was like, no, there's 3 sides. There's the truth, and there's these 2 girl sides. So, if you want to come on, Kendall, and share your side, I'm more than happy to as well. But what other friendships have you? What other friendships have you like fallen out of?
Well, I met you through Sahara.
Yeah.
Yeah, so was it? Yeah, it was through Sahara, right?
Because you and Sahara, so when she moved into your apartment complex, you guys got close, and then I ran into her outside at La Vida, and then you were with her, and then that's when me and you got acquainted.
Yeah, and it was very high and by.
Yeah, it was very that, but like I knew who you were, you knew who I was, and so then we were like, hi,
yeah.
And then it was cute, and then later I saw you again the week after at Mesa, and it was just me, you, and
at Mesa. I thought it was another country.
It was at Country Club, and then I offered you a ride home. I was like, you're on the way. Yeah. Don't go home with these guys. You're a friend of Sahara.
Was I with guys?
You were with
sounds like me.
You were with guys, yeah. And then I was like, I know who you are. You're a friend of Sahara. Sahara's my friend, so I'm not gonna let you go.
And you were with your friend
Danny.
Danny.
And I was like, I'm not gonna let you go home with these guys, so I'll gladly take you home myself.
She's such a nice person.
Thank you. So I was like, just come with me. I'll drop you off, no problem. Like any friend of Sahara is a friend of mine. And so took you home, and then I started hanging out with Sahara more at the apartment, and then we started hanging out as well. And then that's when we got acquainted, and now here you're on my podcast. So
like 2 years later. I mean, it's been like maybe 2 years.
You've been at San Diego for almost a year now.
Over a year.
Oh, wow.
Over a year, yeah.
Has it really been that long since you left Element? Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. All right, so you and Sahara, what's the tea on that?
Oh, so to this day, I love Sahara so much. I do.
Yeah.
But we kind of got into it. I mean,
so to answer the question, are you guys friends? Yes or no?
I think we're just. I don't think we're friends. I think we're just kind of we were, but now we're just friends. Okay, friendly. Actually, well, I don't know. So after after a whole falling out and stuff was going around, and I had introduced her to a bunch of my friends, and all of a sudden, I just I started feeling like everybody was being so weird and like picking sides and stuff. I was like, first of all, I introduced you guys to her. I'm like, where's the loyalty?
Yeah,
I gagged. I did. So I was like. So what happened was, I got really drunk one night.
Okay. Sounds normal.
I can say my faults. I got drunk last night, and we had gotten in an argument over something that we did not agree on with a client situation.
Okay.
And I was just not tolerating it. It was not the vibe. It was okay, I'll just say it. So, she was just having this client sticking around, hanging out with all of us for free. So it was me, Aaliyah, all the girls, all together. And this freaking client is getting his life for free, hanging out with all of us, living
that's all time right there. That's all time, homie. You want to hang out? That's all. Each of us is getting paid here. Fuck that.
So here we are with this tranny chaser and all these stunning. I mean, Sahara's beautiful. Aaliyah's beautiful. We're all stunning. So he's
probably the best dolls of escorts out there.
Just hanging out, just posted up,
literally
doing your thing.
The top notch escorts out there.
Yeah, honey, that part. And he's there just getting his life for free, and I was like, okay. So then our friends came over. My friends came over to visit, and we were at her place, and I just they were like, who the fuck is this guy? And I was just like,
was he a hot client?
Girl,
or an old client?
Girl, disgusting. Like, looked like he smelled like gross. Like, he looked like he was just not giving.
So he wasn't like.
It was a client.
Little Mexican chubs, like just sticking around, like because apparently he did favors for her. Like maybe would give her a ride here and there. Okay. Well,
we can wait outside.
Yeah. So he would just be there, and we'd be like, okay. So when the night this happened, that we had the issue was, we were all cooking dinner that night, and he came and brought us some stuff that we needed. He stuck around. So I'm sitting there watching, like, we're all cooking, like, contributing, and I'm just watching this, like, freaking guy, like, around the kitchen and, like, sticking, like stirring our pots and stuff. I was like, that is so gross to me. I mean, he's very clean and whatever.
Sure,
but to me, it's
client vibe, yeah.
It's disgusting. Yeah. Like, this is a client, like, and honey, I had already seen him.
Yeah.
And girl, and I got.
You already know, yeah.
And I got, because I always talked it to him after that. I was like, go pay it. Like, you know? So here he is, this fucking asshole. No, an asshole. He was probably really sweet. But he's just sticking around for free, and I gagged. I was like, no, this is absolutely not a guy. It felt so uncomfortable. It was just not, no, I could not do that.
I would never do that.
Yeah.
Once the time's up, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Especially
usually they're gone before time's up. You gotta go. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what happened, and we got in a fight because of that, whatever. So, you know.
So how did it get brought up? Like, did you bring it up to her? Like, give us the details on, like,
how that went down. Because I told my friends, and I was like, you know, like, that's a fucking client. I was like telling them, like, the tea. I was like, this is like so weird, like, you know. And then she heard, and then she boom, like, cussed me out right there. She was like that's so weird. Like, why are you telling all these people that I don't even know my business? Blah blah blah. I'm like, babe, well, he's right here. What the fuck do you expect? Like, I gagged. So
I gagged.
You know what? She's the first girl I've heard say that. Nope. The gag. It's a new. Like, watch. Everyone's gonna be saying that shit in the next 3 weeks.
No, it's like a thing.
I haven't heard that.
Gagging. Like, are you gagging?
Fucking disgusting. I'm gonna throw up.
Gag. Like, gag.
Like, you're shocked. Like, you gagged. Like, are you
appalled? Gagging.
Love it.
So, yeah. And then, so we kind of, like, had, like, that issue at first. And we were good. Like, whatever. We moved past that. But then one of these irrelevant girl, I'm not even going to say her name because she's literally nobody. Like, if I said her name, nobody would know her. So it doesn't even matter. I'm not even going to, like, let her have that. Stupid. Literally nobody knows who the fuck she is. She's disgusting and looks
and no
horrible.
one still will know who she is because she's not going to be named.
Exactly.
Very loud. So sister, because I know you're watching. You thought I was gonna name drop you, but I'm not. You thought. Don't feel it. Don't feel it.
Don't feel it, babe. Don't feel it. Don't feel it.
And she knows it's her. So fuck you.
Don't feel it, babe. Don't feel it.
This is what we want. This is the messy shit we were talking about.
This is what I was talking about. Like,
am I bringing it? Oh my God.
You are, because my promo was, I was like, dolls, watch your back because the dolls will be stabbing. Yeah. So it's kind of like, you're doing just that. Yeah. You are serving my brand justice right now.
Gold stars all
thank
around.
You for that, Briana.
Yeah.
Thank you. Love that.
I
so
love
go
it.
on.
Yeah, so then.
This nobody.
This nobody came to visit, because we were friends at the time. So she came to visit me in San Diego, whatever, stayed there for a night. I got really drunk, and I just, because I was feeling a type of way about me and Sahara's fight. So I was drunk, and I was just like talking. I was talking. I was saying things, you know, that going back, like, and thinking about it. Yeah, probably none of my business, but nothing I said was not factual.
Yeah.
If I'm saying something and I'm, like, talking anything, it's always going to be a fact.
Yeah.
I will never, like, make myself look stupid by, like, trying to just, like, talking shit and,
make
like,
some bullshit up.
Yeah. So everything I was saying was factual. Perhaps it was none of my business to be saying, which it wasn't, but I was drunk and on a good one. You know how I got.
She's feeling herself.
So I was, like, venting to her. This stupid bitch. So she
the nobody, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This
stupid bitch.
So then she leaves my place and then goes from San Diego to Orange County to go stay with her. Boom, that night they get drunk. I get a call at 4 a.m. Sahara pissed off, screaming at me because this bitch went and like started like saying everything that I said to her. I was like, what the fuck? You're fake as fuck. First of all, you were my friend before anything. Your loyalty should lie with me.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. But she was feeling it. She's drunk. She's whatever. And she like such a dick rider to Sahara. So she lived for her. So obviously she was. Oh my God, sister! Let me tell you this. You know, oh God, sister. Let me tell you, like
I love you. Oh
like trying to get in her good graces. Yeah. Girl, bye. So yeah, that happened, and then I got the call. Boom, I'm blocked on everything. There goes that, and then so then after that happened, I just started like it was weird to me because me and Zara were like best friends for that year. Like we were. That's kind of how we addressed each other and stuff. And then I was like hearing things like from my friends that she was also friends with now because I introduced her. And I was like, okay, like what's going on? So then I was like hearing all this nonsense that she was saying about me, and like she was like talking about like my finances and or going in and said like, oh well, I don't know, like she only transitioned like a year ago or something. I was like, bitch, you're full of shit. You know damn well because last time I checked, you were hitting me up for advice on surgeries that you hadn't gotten. So thank you. I'm younger than you, and I did it first. So suck it.
Love it, love it.
So yeah, because that's how me and Sahara became friends. Was she was in my message request.
It's always in the message request.
And then she was asking about like my voice surgery,
which I want to talk about that later as well. But go on.
So that's kind of how we came to be. She was asking me about like the recovery because she said like, you know, everybody kind of got my results, and they were like, you know, I got so many messages. I got a lot of hate too, saying I sound like Mickey Mouse and stuff. But bitch, I live because like I said in my one controversial like one time, I was like, you know, I'd rather sound like Mickey Mouse than Jeffree Star. Like you guys.
There you go.
Because y'all be sounding like Jeffree Star out here thinking you're the shit. And I'm scared. Like you guys you guys do scare me a little bit. I do. I get scared.
It's ma'am. It's ma'am.
Very that. It gives that energy. Yeah. It does. So yeah, that's kind of how we became friends. And then, yeah, everything I said happened, and we are no longer. So I was just kind of caught off when I was like hearing, like, even though we weren't friends anymore, when she was like going around like saying all these like lies about me and stuff, I was like, okay, well, that's so weird. Like, you know, like what's going on?
You had a fight with Sahara then.
Yeah.
And then, did you ever have an altercation with my favorite doll, Bianca?
No, not altercation. So I met her. How did I meet her?
How did you meet Bianca?
I'm sure she was also like she followed me. She followed me. They always follow me.
Just the it girl. Just the it girl.
I mean, girl, they live for a sickening one.
They see the ad, then they go find Instagram, go to follow.
That's how it always
Very that.
They find the ad.
They'll like search the city that they're going to or that they're already in, see who's on the fucking roster, and they're like, who's this bitch?
Come to my city.
That's how it always does.
They'll run to the next one.
They'll run.
She's like, I run San Diego hoes. Yeah.
Love that.
Well, funny thing, I actually have been out of the game for almost a year now.
Like escorting? Oh my God. We should talk about that later as well. Okay, go on.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Like, one time we hung out or something. We hung out, like, maybe, like, 2-3 times or something. And then, I don't know. She kind of feels it, you know, so she feels it.
She knows.
She feels it, yeah. And then I don't know what had happened. I don't know. I feel like somebody had said something to me about maybe something she had said or something, and I was like, okay, that's so weird. And then I went to go see, and I'm like, oh, she wasn't following me anymore. I was like, okay, well, that's weird. But no, I mean, I don't know. No, not too much on her. I can't say. I don't know her like that.
That's good. So with that being said, you've had your in and outs with friendships as well.
Yeah.
So like, why do you think a lot of these friendships don't work out? What do you think the main reason why friendship between trans girls don't work out?
Okay, well, let's be real. I mean, there's tiers to trans women. Okay. I mean, like 100%.
So explain to them what the tiers are.
Okay, so you know, like, honey, we're top tier. So we're top tier right here.
Yeah.
And then there's like the girls really starting. There's the baby girls, you know, like coming into fruition. Or, you know, some never do. Excuse me. I'm sorry. You know, so it's like my issue is like, you know, like with these girls that I've had issues with, it's like, because they're ugly girls. Ugly girls.
It's always the ones that are like mediocre that are stirring shit up.
Yeah, and they feel it. So I here I am trying to be like nice and you know, I genuinely, maybe at the time I do like them and I enjoy, because it's fun being friends with the girls. You know, it's like there's nothing like the conversation. Well, you can
the conversation, the banter, and it's so fun.
And the relatability. Yes. So it's just but then. Like, the reality is that there's always a target on my back in these friendships, because when these girls look like how they do and they sound how they sound, and you know,
how they sound. I'm fucking dead.
The sad reality is that they are just gonna like, okay, so like I would go on like group FaceTime calls with all these girls. And every time it was like something had to be brought up to kind of like try to bring me down to like there. Like, oh, like something like try to say something about my boobs or something about like how something is not as sickening on me, or like trying to like, you know, like clock something. Which, honey, try it.
But that's like the dynamic of most trans friendships. But so do you think it was like for them like intentionally, where they kind of just
no, they were trying to kind of bring me down, because I mean, I'm sure they saw me for what I was, which I was a lot prettier than them and beautiful. So they just tried to always kind of like bring me down, so I'm kind of like equal with them, which, honey, 100% we are not. You are a 7 foot tall man, and I'm petite on me. So. Yeah, or even like this, like one of like these girls, like we got in like just like a petty little argument, nothing major. It was just a disagreement. Okay. Nothing like of substance that would warrant such reaction. So then we are like bickering back and forth. And then she's like, oh yeah, bitch, you really want to see this? It pulls up, like she had this folder on her phone of like ugly pictures of me or something that she had archived, and it had receipts tucked away of me, just waiting to use them if we got in an argument. I was like, you are weird, and you know who you are. You are weird as fuck. You are mad weird.
That is weird.
That is so
very
weird.
Like have the time of day to even like backtrack and like have that built up on a person.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. Like I don't have a single picture of you on my phone, because I don't. What the fuck? Like, it's so weird to me. That is so weird to me.
Like, think about it now, you're like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Like, what's going on? And yeah, so then I was like, that is just like, what? Like, I really weigh on you like that? Like, you're like worried about me like that?
But I mean, that's even kind of just like, what kind of friendship is that if you're having all these like just waiting?
Yeah,
just waiting. Was that friendship?
It's like
was that friendship even genuine?
No, fuck no, it's not.
It's so weird. It's like you want something to happen. You want an excuse to pull that out and use it on me. I'm like, you know what, girl? As soon as she like started like trying to pull up that folder, I just hung up and I blocked everybody, and I'm done. I don't have any reason to engage in that. Because like, girl, I'm like, already as it is, God forbid I see these people in person. Like, I'm scared. They're big. Like that girl. Big. That girl talks. Honey, the earth shakes. I'm scared. I do get
earth shakes.
It does. It's like you feel it. Like
thunder.
This is the most entertaining episode ever. I love it.
Honey, you gag. If you heard,
we are gagging. Right? We are gagging.
Oh, this is so funny. I'm like, people are seeing like a completely different side to me today. I mean, I never, because you know, I never do like, you know, stuff like that. I'm always just, you know, on my stories and stuff. So this should be fun. Like,
I know. I love this.
Yeah. We'll see.
So you transitioned really young. What surgeries have you gotten, and what age, and how are you even able to like make that happen being underage? Because you got a lot of your surgeries like underage.
Yeah, most. Yeah, the only one I did after was at 18, and I did my voice. So I
give us a timeline of your first surgery.
Okay, so what was not really surgery, but the first like actually cosmetic things I did was like fillers at like 16 and like my pump. Yeah. So I did all that. And after that at 17 I did my full FFS like.
So what did you get done?
Boobs. Okay, so I did, and this was all at once. I had 3 surgeons tag team me. I went to Korea.
Oh, I love that.
I went to South Korea. So I had 3 surgeons work on me. I did a fat transfer to my forehead, under eyes, and like cheekbones to kind of like soften things.
It's like permanent, like getting fillers under there, but just permanent.
Yeah, but just permanent. So yeah, they just like did all that. I did like 3 nose jobs at once, which sounds like what?
How do you do 3 nose jobs at once?
Okay, so it's a rhinoplasty. It's a rhinoplasty, an allarplasty, and an osteotomy of this bone over here. So the allarplasty is like they make your nostrils like little slits, like small. Then the rhinoplasty, the normal one, and then they break this bone to like make it like skinny like this. So that's why you see like this is just like it's like, you know.
I mean, your nose on the side is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I'm like, I've been like looking at it and I'm like, oh wow, that I just want to go skiing off that slope.
Thank you. Yeah, so then I did that, and then I did the jaw shave. They fully sawed off my jaw into a V, and I did the osteotomy of my chin. So they broke my chin, they cut out a middle segment. And then the 2 pieces they just push together and like to make like a pointed, and then I have like screws in there holding everything together. And then I did my boobs, and this is
all under 18.
Yes, this was at 17 years old. I was 17 years old. I went to Korea with my mother, and did all that, and then at 18 I did my voice.
How was your voice surgery? Because that's like a surgery that like in Colombia, right?
Yes.
And it's Voice Femme. He's like the most popular one.
Yeah.
So how was that? Like,
oh my God. I always say, okay, so I've done so much, and I'll tell you guys, that's the like crazy, like that surgery was the worst. Not like pain.
I was waiting on it for a little while because I saw like Sahara had it, I saw you had it, and I was like, oh my God, this looks so much fun.
Yeah, it's not like painful or anything. It's just the recovery. I was going crazy. I could not like it's just like not talking like that. It fucks with you.
So like, what are like the recovery? You can't talk for like what?
2 weeks.
Okay.
And then you're supposed to like ease into it, like maybe talk like 1 minute a day, and like that. And girl, fuck that. I didn't listen. I will say I was a horrible patient. And I started talking and drinking and doing, you know what I do.
Within like a week. Probably.
Within a week.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah, I was drinking. I was at Mastro's here at Ocean Club, and having wine like a week after, like probably still healing in there with the stitches.
But like, you couldn't talk, right?
Oh, girl, I was talking. I could
What did you sound like?
I sounded like.
Because I had a friend, she got it, and then like when she tried to talk, like nothing would come out. Like,
yeah, I would lose my voice like instantly. Like I tried it. It was and then since I did start talking so soon,
do you think that kind of like fucked up your result or anything?
No, I think my result's sickening.
It sounds fucking gorgeous.
I'm very happy with it. I mean, maybe it's not the best, but I'm very happy with my
It's not Jeffree Star.
It's not Jeffree Star.
Yeah, it's not Jeffree Star for sure. And that was like the main goal, was to not sound like Jeffree Star.
And what would happen was like before I got my voice done, I looked just like this. But I would, I'd get clogged because of my voice.
Because that's the main thing is like you can have the most sickening girl ever.
You could be stunning, and if that voice doesn't match, you're gonna get clogged, honey. So you better. Or I can always say, if you're like an ugly ass tranny, but if your voice is fucking fish, people are just gonna think you're an ugly ass girl. They will.
So the voice plays a big part.
Yeah, the voice is the most important thing. It doesn't matter what you look like. I wholeheartedly believe this. If your voice does not match, like, I'm sorry, but it's just not. If you're never gonna like give that. So like before I got it done, I'd kind of have like little issues here and there, and it was so annoying. So then after
what were your complications? Just for the girls that, let's say, want to get this done, they can like know what to expect.
Because I just fucked it up. My recovery was just so much longer than it should have been. So I lost my voice every time I talked because I started talking so soon, and I would talk so much, and I was straining it. So I would just say, just follow the instructions. I wish I would have, and just shut the fuck up for the 2 weeks.
I heard it was like 3 months without talking.
No, it's the first 2 weeks, dead silence, and then you slowly
work your way.
Yeah,
that's not as bad then.
I can't even be quiet for a couple of minutes usually.
I know you talk all the time.
Yeah, I can't either. I'm like, I love to talk.
We know, honey. We know.
Okay. So yeah, but yeah, I guess it was just like the only thing was me dragging out the recovery because of the strain I was putting myself under. So yeah.
And then you did mention you have another big surgery plan. Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
I'm sure by the time that this video comes out, You'll already have that surgery done. So tell everyone what this big surgery is.
The SRS.
Yeah. You're getting SRS. Yeah. Are you nervous about that?
No, I'm very excited. I mean, I dream about it. It's like insane. I literally, as crazy as it sounds, like I've had dreams where I already have my like everything, and I can feel it. Like I know what it's gonna feel like, even without having it. I know what it's gonna feel like. I had a dream I was getting fucked in my pussy, and I know what it's gonna feel like. I feel like I know what it's gonna be. Crazy. How your like brain works, right?
Yeah, I love that.
I literally dream about it. I'm not very publicly like, you know, teed out. You know, I don't think I give that. I moved to San Diego, like, girl, I'm probably gonna get clocked after this, honey, because nobody knows. Nobody knows in my city. Nobody knows my tea. I have all my homies, like all my guy friends. You know, they all treat me like a princess because they don't know tea.
That's the best ever. When guys don't know tea, they treat you so much differently than when they do. Oh my God.
I mean,
Not you. Yeah, you treat everyone the same. Love that for you.
Yeah. So when I left Orange County, and I was like, oh, I'm going to San Diego because I got burnt out here. Everybody fucking knew me everywhere I went. La Vida. You know,
there's like not that many places to go here. That's why. So you're limited to like 4 fun places, and so when you're always there, the crowd there's the same every week. They talk. So yeah.
So then, when I went to San Diego, I was like, you know, I made it a mission not to like just tell anybody. So.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that's when you kind of stopped working.
Yeah, I stopped maybe like almost a year ago, maybe like 8 months ago.
So how was it going from like escorting and just making that easy, quick money to then stopping?
So what happened?
A lot of the girls they can't stop.
Yeah, well, it's great money, and it's
beautiful money.
It brings it's like there's such a luxurious aspect to it because you get flown out to these stunning hotels, you're getting bought all these luxury items, you're spoiled. It's amazing. You know, so the way I kind of got out of it, I had this one really good trick, and he was really taking care of me. So I was like, pay it, I'm done, I'm out. And like, so, you know, he was like giving me like, girl, I was getting like 10 grand like a week.
I love that.
That's a whale right there.
Honey, I was working that poor man.
Like if you're gonna quit for anyone, it better be 10 grand a week. That is ridiculous. In 1 month she's got a Birkin. You know what I mean? Like not even a fake one, like a real one right there. Love that.
The girls.
Yeah.
So yeah, but then we kind of like fell out, and now I just kind of have like little here and there that take care of me. Yeah. You know, a little bit.
So you don't have an ad up, I'm assuming.
No, I haven't.
They're donors.
Yeah, they're sponsors.
Yeah, sponsors. They're sponsoring the foundation of Briana.
So. Yeah,
that's what they're doing. Yeah.
So, yeah, I haven't had an ad up in almost like 9 months.
I love that. Yeah.
It's crazy because you know they're still kind of out there somewhere. Even though I haven't renewed, I still get calls on my other phone because I have 2 phones. And I always get calls. It's so random. I'm like, where are you guys getting that? Like
you know what? It's crazy because that happened to Danny as well.
It's there forever now. It's like it's always gonna be a part of me, which is scary. But yeah, so I got out of that, and like now I'm just like I got into a point in my life now. You know, I without sounding any type of way, I was seeing like the girls, like, you know, women that I found very beautiful. And I see these girls working into their 30s and stuff. And without sounding any type of way, I did not want that because it's so easy to get caught up in that and still be doing it up into your 30s.
Yeah.
And
40,
like,
50. Yeah. I know some dolls that are in their 40s doing it still.
The dolls. Yes.
No, trust me, he's housebroken. He knows all the slang.
I love it. I'm catching on.
Yeah, he knows all the slang. He came housebroken.
I put in my work touring.
He was an escort, a male escort. So he was everything. Yeah.
Sickening.
Yeah. So he's housebroken. Like he can relate to us perfectly fine. That's why
I know the business from a fucking worker's end, not a trick's end. You know what I mean? So
you better. Yeah, so as I was saying, I was just like, I didn't want to like do that anymore. My dream is I just want to be like a mother, as cliche as it sounds. I'm not even like a wife. I want to be a mother.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I just kind of have to get out of this. I want kids. And the reality is that's why I'm like also like I just want like my change and everything because I just want to like girl. I've had so many opportunities where men would have amazing men that would have treated me great had I had that, but I didn't. So you know, fell through the cracks. And I got over it. It's time. Like, I just want to give my cis fantasy and just feel it.
Yeah, because
good for you.
No, I know. I'm so happy for you. Like, I did the same thing as you, and like now I am a mother, so it's great.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that. No, it's very possible.
Fucking
no,
Fuck you.
I quit escorting, and now I'm a mother, and I love it. I love it so
amazing.
much. Yeah,
I envy you.
Thank you so much. You'll get it one day.
Yeah, you'll get it.
God willing, yes.
If you believe it, you put that out there, it's gonna come to you.
Yes.
So. Find a DILF. Have a guy with already kids. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't seek him out. I seek him out. I didn't know he had kids until when I met him. He like told me on our first date, and I was like,
I told you after we. I didn't tell you on the phone. Like, I told you in person, just because I didn't want to scare you off.
Yeah.
But it turns out that's what you wanted. So.
So it worked out. So
that's so good. I
date guys with kids. Yeah.
How old are the kids?
10 and 15.
Oh wow.
Go on Bumble right now, and then you can like when you look at guys, they have like in their profile if they have kids or not. So it would be like, yeah. So like if you go look at Bumble and you make a Bumble account, and then the guys will have like the kids will be either like wanting, have, or have and want more. Like those like 3 selections. So then you usually have like whether they have kids or none. Yeah. So it'd be like no kids, have kids, or like have and want more. So like look for those guys that have the kids, and then.
Well, you found me on Instagram.
I wasn't specifically like seeking like a single dad. Yeah, like I met you. It just happened to be that. Yeah. But it is very much possible.
Yeah.
It's very much possible. But yes, I can imagine dating can be hard when you're still working, because kind of like no good man wants to share like a good woman. You know what I mean?
And I wouldn't expect that, and I wouldn't want a man that would be okay with that, because that says like I don't know.
That says a lot about him as well.
Yeah. I'm just like, okay, well. Then what really is this? You know? Because I'm very, to an extent, I'm very traditional with the way I see things.
Yeah,
that's good.
Your parents are that way. Very monogamous. You saw that. You like being growing up in Guadalajara. You guys are probably very, Catholic, and like family's very important, and like divorce isn't really an option most of the time. So. You carry those same traditions into even being trans and doing everything, but you still carry those same traditions in being who you are and still be a mom and still have a family. Like those are all still very possible.
Absolutely. So, so that's kind of like the way I see it. Very well said. So I couldn't do that. And I also didn't want to I just don't I wouldn't expect a man to accept it. I wouldn't want that, because
there are some girls who would want that, because it's kind of like they get to have their
keep working.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay.
So like, wouldn't you be like, oh my god, this is great. He wants to be with me, and I get to keep escorting. Like this is like this works out.
Well, I would hope if you find yourself a man, honey, he's gonna take care of you, and you don't have to escort him.
There it is.
Because. I mean, that's the real guy. I'm like, what you mean to tell me is that you're with this man and he's okay with it, but you still gotta sell your pussy and you still gotta contribute to your bill?
What kind of provider is that?
Like, what's going on? Like, okay, that's your man. I'm sorry. I don't know. So that's just the way I see it, and I was like, okay, well, whatever. So yeah, I've been so, and it was taking like a toll on my mental health. I was like, okay, like it's time. I'm just out of it. I'm done.
You know what you want. You know your final result. You know who you are, and so you're gonna get that, and then the world is yours after that. Yeah, it looks like it's been yours as it is, regardless.
I know,
regardless with SRS or not. Yeah,
the world.
I'm very blessed. Yes, I was so blessed to have started so young and get all these crazy surgeries so young. And
it sounds like your family and your mom especially was very supportive, taking you to Korea, and like that's huge.
You had a good upbringing.
You had that too, babe. Like I feel like the girls that had like a solid family, like you have that love and acceptance, like the girls that had that are killing it, like absolutely like killing it in life. But the ones that were like X out, like they're like, okay, I'm trans, or the dad that couldn't accept them because they were gay at first, but they actually figured out they're trans. Like, no, you're out of the family. Like, go. That's a hard way to fucking come up. There's a few girls that like still like were able to find the straight, like Carrie Colby. I don't know if you know who that is. Her story is pretty gnarly. Like her family was not like okay with her, especially her pops, and she's killing it now. So it's so important. Like for I'm sure there might be some moms and dads listening to this. Like support your kids. You know what I mean? Like if they know who they are and they want to transition, like support that, because like you're creating a good like opportunity for your kids to kill it in life.
And like when you have like a good like environment growing up in, and like you're being supported, it makes you want to do good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's that much more motivating.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what kid doesn't want like acceptance and approval from their parents, you know?
Yeah.
To like have that love and like that hug or whatever it is that you get from your parents. Like every kid needs that.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. But, reality and stuff. But yes, God willing, in the future.
Right.
I hope you get your family. So how was escorting affecting mental health? You did mention that it was like mentally draining. Yeah, what about escorting? What is like the dirty truth behind it and like the ugly truth?
So the reality is that I got into like, hustling and stuff, doing all that very young. So I was like, honey, I was like 16 or maybe like 15. But I was just doing the seeking arrangements paid dinners.
Okay, so good. I was gonna be like, girl, you're committing jailbait. Come on now.
Just companionship level.
Yes.
Type, very legal type of.
Yes. Basically what escorting was supposed to be.
Basically actual escort.
Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be.
Not prostitution.
Yes.
Like all these escorts.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was like doing I started like that, and it got to a point like I always told myself when I was, doing that, I will never cross that line where I will have sex for money. Mm-hmm. Honey, you see that money?
You see a couple racks in front of you,
and you're like, okay, and you'll spread it open too. You will. Mm-hmm. And I did, and then through time, you just become so desensitized.
Detached, totally detached.
Yeah, and it's ruined. So funny thing about, I'm not like a lot of people see this because I know this because I'm just like I know how I present myself online, and I bury this bombshell sex bomb whatever stunning. I hate sex.
Sickening.
Really?
A lot of sex workers don't like sex.
I hate it.
Do you hate it because of your experience through sex work or?
Yeah, okay. I think it just it desensitized me so much, and now I just see it as a chore. I'm like, ugh, okay.
Damn it.
I haven't had sex in maybe 7 months.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I would die.
What do you do when you see someone you like and stuff?
Girl.
Is there ever a time where you're kind of
you are a woman.
Yeah. So,
that's what women do. Straight up.
So the thing is, that's
what women do, yeah.
Since I don't tell any of the guys I date, on my tea, it just never leads to anything because since I don't want to disclose it, and obviously I can't have sex with them even if I really like them because, so because then I'd have to disclose. And yeah, I'm so freaking moaned out, and I'm just I just get no craving. And in the future, okay, when I have a man, I understand the importance of sex in a relationship, absolutely, and I could very well enjoy it. But in the meantime, I hate hookups. I hate all that. It's I'm just wired to think if I'm gonna get fucked, I'm gonna get money.
You better be paid for it.
Because that's how the logic is. They associate sex to working. Why am I gonna spread my legs unless I'm getting paid for it?
I'm glad that didn't happen with me.
I know, right? But then again, you're a guy. It's different. I
don't
really see guys.
A lot of my clients wanted me to. A few wanted me to bottom for them. A lot of them wanted me to top. You know what I mean? So it's different. I don't really Yeah, it's a detachment, but it's just different. If you're getting dick down all the time by nasty looking dudes for top dollar, there's some detachment that has to happen. I've been there. I've done that. You know, I know what that's like. But also, there's just male clients are just different when it comes to. I think your experience, you only saw clients that were you get to fucking pick and choose the cream of the crop with the dudes you wanted to see. So, also,
yeah, because
you didn't work for the money. You didn't work I gotta get the money.
I worked for 6 months because I had all these girls talking about it. Yeah, and all my friends were doing it. Literally every single one of my friends were escorts, and I was
that's how it is.
Yeah, yeah. So I was kind of let me see what the hell this is all about. So I did it just experience with it, and then once I did it. Okay, cool. Felt the vibe. What was the first thing I did? I stopped and made a video about it. And I titled it, I escorted so you didn't have to. And here's the ugly truth behind what I learned. Yeah. I made it as kind of an experiment for me. Yeah, it was good money. Yeah. But I was never stressing on money. I didn't need the money like that. So I never really saw the nasty clients. I kind of just pick and choose the really hot ones. If would I fuck them for free? If I would, then yeah, I'll go see that. Might as well. Yeah. But I mainly just did it for the experience. So yeah,
definitely a plus as a doll, out there putting your ad up, because you do have a lot of options for hot guys. On my side of things, like
you're limited.
I'm very limited, so I'm literally fishing. I'm not here to fucking like catch the biggest fish. I'm here to just catch whatever I can catch. And if I get a whale through that, fuck yeah,
but which I have.
It adds up over time. But like I'm like hitting every city. I'm going to DC, Boston, New York.
He was on tour. Oh yeah, he was on tour.
I'm hitting Midwest. I'm hitting the West Coast. Like I'm doing that whole bit in hopes that I will fucking make those clients that are going to come back on return. But I was like, I quit my job. I'm like, I did that so that I could fucking.
When you make that much money in sex work, it's like, oh my God.
No, I can't go. I think about it. We talk about it all the time. I'm like, could I go back to building homes again? I'm like, unless I had the capital to like be the one who's like providing as the investor, I don't think I could, because like the money's not there.
Shit. It's literal shit. So that's what it is.
That's why I shoot porn now. So
yeah, he's a porn star too.
I live
sex work, but how did you get into OnlyFans? Because that's popping as well.
I did OnlyFans years ago. Maybe when I was 18, I launched it. I made the cute coin. You know that initial.
Yeah, the first
one. The first time.
When you drop it, it's sickening. Oh my God.
You're like, wow, that was easy.
Yeah. It was so easy.
And then the months go by and it trickles down.
You got to stay on top of the game. Yeah.
And I never did. So basically, my OnlyFans was just like a step up from my Instagram. It was it was a lingerie, nothing nude. Nothing, not even my tits.
Yeah.
Damn.
That is really impressive. Because
I'm not like I'm not very comfortable like with that. Like, nothing against it, but I personally, I just couldn't get myself like record myself getting butts. Yeah. I couldn't do it. So I'd be hot and all that. But since I didn't have, you know, that comfort of having like my change, I didn't want any
that out there.
Yeah, because I have like, you know, even like when I do have like intimate, you know, relations or something, it's like I'm very like, you know.
I mean, that's cool because
it's personal and private, and
you don't have any baggage that way. Because a lot of guys like
safe.
A lot of guys like when they date like a trans girl, it's kind of like, oh, you either have sex tapes out there. You have something out there.
You have a huge following on the gram.
You have an ad out there. And it's kind of like, when it comes to dating trans girls, there's always kind of like a baggage of like sex work that follows them. And like the cool thing about you is kind of just like you kind of cleanse yourself in a way where you kind of prepared yourself for that. So
you lived it. You lived it in the 3 years.
I did, because I did it all. I mean, I did the tours. I did like everything.
But you still remain clean. You know what I mean? Like, if you have, like, when you date a guy in the future, he doesn't have to worry about like any sex tapes of you surfacing.
Yeah,
because you never did OnlyFans like that.
You never shot studio porn, so you're not out there like that.
Yeah,
like
so you're very protected in that sense.
Thank God.
No ad. There's no active ad. The only people that got your number are probably clients that saw you in the past.
Returning clients. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, that's so good. Thankful for that.
No,
because I want to be able to provide that for a man in the future, to like, you know, have that, you know.
You want to be a trophy like wife.
I don't want to share. I don't want to share you. You know, any solid man out there that wants to have a beautiful woman that's like that they want to live for.
Absolutely.
They don't want to share that person. They want, you know, and it's a little possessive, but hey, like, we're going to spend our life together. Yeah.
And that's your man.
And I hope that she would be the same with me too, around any other bitch, you know?
Yeah, very that.
I love that. So it's kind of just like, I love that so much for you, because it's like, you got rid of like escorting like a year ago, and you kind of like, we're kind of like prepping yourself for like, your dream life, you know what I mean? Your
cis life.
Your cis life. And like, you prepared yourself, and then because like, it sucks when like you're kind of just working and like you do meet someone, and it's kind of like, fuck, I'm in a debacle because I'm still escorting.
You're still busy. Yeah.
But you stopped that, found a way to like make it on your own without having to rely on that. And then when you do find the perfect man,
God, where are you?
You're gonna be cleansed already.
You'll be ready. You'll be so ready when it happens.
Like, I'm so impatient. I'm like, I started everything so young. So I've always been, I did everything by.
You're quick.
By 15, I already experienced everything. I've been at the clubs. I've done everything. It's like, I'm just like, since I did everything so fast, and I you know, was very ahead of my time. I just like, I'm like, I have this like mental clock where I'm like holding myself to it. I mean, it's like, it doesn't make sense because I am so young, and I don't know why I do that to myself.
She gives very strong like mature energy though, kind of like you know, like you're 24, but like you don't give 24. You know
when
I
first met her, I thought she was way older, and then like
everybody always thinks.
I thought you were like 30, you know, like watching your stuff, like not
looks
just as fun, just like, but 30 is like a solid like fucking.
I take a lot of pride in the way I carry myself.
Right, just the way you speak. You know what I mean? Like your vocabulary, like you're
I'm very well spoken.
You're very well mannered.
I do. That's actually like
it's very respectful.
Thank you for saying that, because that's actually like the one thing I like. I love like the most about myself. I'm like I the way. You know, that's why it got me so far when I was like, you know, working with all these upscale clients, these men with actual money, not like rich. Like I'm talking
they're
wealthy,
these men running shit.
Like
smart.
Running shit. They don't want like any just like pretty girl. They want somebody that they can engage with and contribute to a conversation. And that's why I did good, because they loved like the way I spoke and the way I was able to you know, have some substance and contribute
have depth in conversation.
You just turn it on right now. You turn it on right now.
Contribute to like conversations and stuff.
That's right.
And they lived, but not all the girls can do that. And some
no,
girls
they cannot.
are just so stupid. Like, you know, or they'll talk.
We both were both like,
I love that.
Or they'll just like, you know, like talk and like they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. Like if I don't know what like a topic is about, I'm sitting there, I'm drinking my wine, and I'm just not contributing because I don't want to look stupid.
That's good. I feel like you're the type to really like, during a job interview, when they ask you a question, I feel you're the type to kind of just sit there in a silent, thinking about it, and then you deliver your words.
Right.
Because some people,
before you speak.
Yeah,
absolutely,
that's
to.
a thing that no one can do, because a lot of people kind of just like, they get nervous. You just kind of just like, but like you like will sit there, you'll think about it, and it's kind of like, here's how I really feel, and then you kind of deliver everything in a smoothly like. And I love that so much. You're really well mannered.
Thank you.
Love that. I love that. I love my favorite so far.
Oh my goodness!
I'm so glad you came on.
Thank you. Yes, I'm glad I made the drive.
I know it's gonna be like, I was talking to the Doll Planet, and I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna have Briana on, and she was like, oh my god, like that's gonna be an entertaining episode.
Yeah, she lives.
So I'm kind of like, what goes on in the DMs?
She had posted like, can you guys? It was at the time I was 18 at the time. She had like posted like, oh my god, you guys, can you believe she's only this old? And everybody was kind of like, you know, people were coming for tear me up in the comments like, oh, I thought she was at least 35.
Yeah,
like shut the fuck up. You don't know shit. No, but prior to that, when she had like the older account, she had posted me too. You know, like Briana clears up drug abuse allegations and, you know, shit like that. Or about my voice and stuff, or, you know, me having little dramas and stuff. But, yeah.
So, surgery-wise, are you happy with where you are?
Yeah, I mean, I want a little more.
Is there anything that you want more? Like, what do you want more?
I want to do, like, the fox eye surgery. Like,
okay.
Like, lift it.
What is it?
Like, the like, fox eye, like, the surgical one. Like, the lift.
Kind of just, like, pulls your...
Just kind of pulls all this, like, up.
Yes.
I want to do...
I do that. I'm like, I would look like fucking 10 years younger if I didn't have all this fucking, like...
wrinkles. But I feel like on a man's face, like, I've been telling him this.
To a certain point.
Like, I feel like a man's face, the more that it kind of is aged, the more handsome it gets. You know? Like, I feel like if you get any kind of surgery, it's giving...
I would never get surgery. Like, let's make that clear. I would never get... I tried to get Botox, and I lasted fucking 5 minutes. I almost passed out. I paid like fucking $1,200 for all this shit. I was gonna get fucking fillers. Nope. I walked out. I'm almost fucking passed out.
The pain?
They didn't tell me.
Couldn't take it.
The crunching, the sound of the crunching fucked me up. I was like...
I love that crunch. And then the little ball of Botox right there.
I've never had Botox.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never done it. I've only done fillers. I've never done Botox.
You should like both.
Amazing. Yeah.
You know, because the thing is, like, even when I express, I don't wrinkle like that.
Well, I mean, like, you got FFS, right?
Yeah.
So
no,
they put fat there.
I got the fat in there.
So it's kind of like.
So it probably.
So it helped.
So that's kind of like your filler right there.
Yeah.
You really need to.
Yeah.
That's
no wonder. No, thinking about
sense.
it, yes, because like I'll like, you know, like scrunch my forehead, but it doesn't wrinkle or anything because I got the fucking I got permanent filler.
No one told me like when I was getting Botox like that it would sound like there's bones crunching in my fucking head.
But it's not actual bones crunching.
I know that.
It's just
I can't believe that.
I can still feel it now. Like feeling it. I can hear it and feel it now. I don't think I could ever do it. I'd have to be fucking like.
It's not something that you hear like this. It's like something you hear internally. Yeah, it's so crazy.
I can imagine.
It made me sick. I almost threw up, and then I turned white. She's like, do you have a problem with needles? I'm like, no. Like, she's like, well, you're about to pass out. Like, we're done. had me lay back. I turned white. I was like literally almost
That's so scary.
But I'm glad you didn't get anything done because I like this natural manly face so much more.
My wrinkly ass face.
I think it gives a man's face character. You know, I feel like any doctor that I've seen.
Every line tells a story.
Yeah, every doctor that I've seen that has like worked on that inject themselves and kind of just like, bro, like it's.
Well, I'm 37, so
you look good for 37.
Yeah,
so.
you look great.
I like you the way you are, so you need to get anything done.
And that's all that matters.
Yes. Exactly. Just stay this way. Because if you got any work done, I'd probably be like, oh my God, I'm dating a bitch, you know?
Very that.
Right?
Kind of like, like imagine him going to the fucking med spa to get more work than me.
I'm going to go get some more fillers, babe. I'll be back.
Hey, you want to join me for a little
Can we get lunch afterwards?
What the fuck?
Fucking fag.
Very that. Because I say the same thing, you fucking faggot.
You fucking faggot.
Like, what the fuck you mean you're gonna go get a little poke?
Next you know, he's like getting pumped with me and
that's
shit.
sickening.
That is not sickening.
I'm like, just like 300 cc's each side. It'll be fine.
Like, give me like a little
like, he's like, let's work on these cute dresses and stuff.
Oh my God.
So trans friendships, because of how they are, would you ever like be open to like making any more trans friends in the future, or you kind of just like
I think the ones I have now is enough. Yeah, the girls that I know now, and you know, like
she's not seeking.
Yeah, she's not seeking for another friendship.
What the fuck do I want so many trannies in my life? Like, girl, it's tired, and you know.
I know some girls who just want to rack up all the trans friends they can get, just to be friends with the girl.
Like Infinity Stones.
Like Infinity Stones. That's hilarious.
They just want to rack them all up. Like, oh my God, you're so sickening. Let's be friends. That's how they are.
I got 20 trannies right here.
In my fucking fist. Yeah.
I'm like, girl, that's not sickening.
No.
I hang out with fish. Thank you. And I blend in seamlessly. But you know, the girls can't.
A lot of girls, they just want to. Like,
she blends in seamlessly.
If anything, like, honey, when I'm out at the club or something, it's a fish like getting clogged before me. And that's the real gag. Like, how are you like a fish?
She's caviar, babe. She's caviar. She's caviar. She's not a fish, honey. She's caviar.
Petrosian beluga.
Thank you. Circling back to dating, you don't ever disclose? Like, do you ever kind of like, what happens when you like really like the guy?
Oh, it sucks. I break my own heart.
I've done that.
I've
done that once.
She will never put herself in that situation to ever get fucking.
I did that once with this guy, Brandon, and I don't know if I told you, but when I first met him, he was like, "Oh, are you like a lady boy?"
Oh no!
He like
he hated them, right?
He hated them, and so when he told me he hated them, I was like, "Now I have to make an admission to date this guy." So I dated him for 7 months, and it was the like toughest 7 months ever. And I kind of like I told myself like from the jump, like, do not catch feelings for this guy. Like, let's just fucking waste his time and kind of just like make like, haha, you got with the lady boy, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really throw it in his face and stuff.
You were gonna give all that?
Yeah, so I was kind of like, I really want to just like at the end kind of just like, by the way, and then laugh in his face. Let him have it. Be like, you're with the lady boy this whole time, so haha, joke's on you, you know? Really want, I had a motive, and then he was so like,
cheated, sister.
I know, right? So he was kind of a player, so that's why I was kind of like, oh, this would be so easy. He's a player. He like no, but then later he liked me a lot, and then started kind of like playing less for me, and later he just like became like entirely monogamous to me. But then I wasn't giving him anything, but he was kind of just like, I really like this girl a lot. And then when I saw that, I was kind of like, I started to catch feelings, and I was like, fuck. I was like, what am I doing? And so later, it was before Halloween, and I know everybody fucks on Halloween. And so I had to break it up before Halloween, and when I broke it off, he was kind of just like, what, like, why and stuff. And I was like, I'm trans. And he like wrote me this whole fucking paragraph of just kind of going off on me.
God.
And then later, I would see him at La Vida all the time. You were there.
Oh, that's
no! Of course I was at La Vida.
You were there. And then I saw him.
Wait, I feel like I remember us talking about this. And we were at the bar.
Yeah. And then later, his friend was hitting on us. And then his friend was hitting.
Yes, I literally remember this.
He was there.
You were telling me, you're like, oh, girl, God. And you were like trying to like suck it. Like you were like, yeah.
And then his friend was like, oh, my friend Brandon just told me something about you guys. And I was like, yes! And I told you.
And you had,
I was like, bring him here. Bring him here.
Yeah, so I gagged at her. So she did not give a fuck. Like, she was like, because I just don't give that. But she was like, and what? Okay, bring him. Like, let's talk about it. Like, you know, you did not care.
I did not care at all. Because
what did you say?
So, because that's right, you were there. That's so crazy. A new memory unlocked. So, we were at La Vida, and then me and her were hanging out with Sahara and stuff as well. And then later, he was there with his group of friends.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, we're the sickest one there. So his friend comes over and starts hitting on us. And he starts hitting on me, starts hitting on you. And then later his friend leaves. And then his friend comes back and his friend's like, hey, like my homie just told me something. And I was like, the fuck did he say?
So then we all got clogged by association.
Yeah,
by me. By me. And so later I was like, yeah. But I remember I was there and I was like, he was like introducing us to like his friend. Yeah. And then I saw him and later he reached his hand out and shook my hand as if he was acting brand new. Do you remember that? I shook his hand. I was like, so I was like,
the dude you dated for 7 months went to shake your hand?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes. But here's the funny part. It's because then he shook my hand and he was like, hi, I'm Briana. Nice to meet you. And I was like, cool, we're going to play brand new. I can respect that. Got it. So I played brand new as well.
I feel like I do remember that now.
You were there.
Now
yeah.
that you mentioned that.
And so later his friend came back and his friend was like, oh, my friend just told me something. You guys are like trans, whatever. Later I was like, oh, well then your friend left out one part. Call him back over here. And so I told him to bring his friend over and I was like, tell him, like, how'd you know that I was trans? Like, how do you know that I'm trans? Like, tell him right now, you know? And then he just like wouldn't bring it up. And so I told his friend, I was like, the reason why your friend knows that I'm trans because we dated for 7 fucking months before he shook my hand and acted brand new. Yeah. And then you were there and you were like, Elena, don't do that. Don't do that.
Was I giving that?
Yeah. Because you're like, Elena, it's fine. Like, don't bring any attention to it. Like, it's fine because you're very like, like stealth, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, so I was like, I felt bad.
That's what I got. I was like,
I felt bad because I knew you wanted to be stealth, but I had a little kind of like resentment towards this guy because him and I had history and he just acted brand new. And so I was like, if he's going to throw me under the bus.
So imagine that, like, first time meeting you and then, you know, because you have a strong character.
Thank you.
You do. I love it. Yeah, I love you. You're stunning.
For sure.
You know, funny thing, like, you know, like, I don't gag at many girls. Mm-hmm. And when I met you, I bet you gagged me a little bit.
I gagged at you too because I saw you in the photos and then I saw you on your ad.
And I always, I know it. I obviously knew who you were. Mm-hmm. And, you know, not a lot of girls gagged me, but when I saw it, I was like, this bitch is shorter than me. No girl has ever been shorter than me.
Ooh. How tall are you?
5'2".
I'm 5'2", so we're the same.
Well, maybe I'm like 5'3" then. No, like, but without heels, I'm like 5'3", 5'2". So
well, we're the same height then. Which is gonna say we're both 5'2".
I was like, damn, this, because no girl has ever been shorter than me. And then, like, I saw you, I was like, this bitch she's cute. She's so little.
Thank you. I was the same way. I was like, when I saw you, I was like,
and you were just so cute. Like you have such good style.
Thank you.
I loved it.
I was gagged as well. I was like, she looks just like her photos.
Yeah,
because most girls don't.
No, yeah, I know.
You think so?
I thought so. When I saw you, because I've seen your photos before, but I never met you. So when I saw you, I knew who the fuck you were right away. Because I was like, I've seen that face, and like it wasn't like, oh wow, it's different in person.
Like, oh, that's Briana.
I was like, that's Briana, and you look just like your photos.
You too. I was like, that's Elena.
Thank you.
And I gagged.
Yeah, but yeah. So then him and I had history, and then I wanted to just kind of like, because if he's gonna throw me under the bus, I want to throw him under the bus as well. I wanted to get even.
I mean, at that point, oh my god, and I've had like my scandals at La Vida too, you know. So I get it because like. You know, like when sometimes like when shit just like irritates you like that, you just have to like pop off.
I wanted to play South for you. I wanted to do that for you, but I should have been like, Briana, go inside the bar real quick while I handle this. You know what I mean? To leave you out of it, but I just got so mad. Yeah, I just didn't like that. Like, I didn't like how his friend came at me like, oh, like.
Yeah, because it's always, I'm like, they don't give the full story, and it's like, come on now.
Like, if you're gonna tell your friend how I'm a tranny, like, tell him how you fucking know. Because we dated for 7 fucking months, you know?
Right.
But yeah, is there anything else you want to plug into this episode for you? Anything else you want to add?
I don't know. I think we kind of like
covered some bases today.
We covered a lot, yeah.
I think we hit a home run, actually.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, I think we did a great job. I think it's definitely gonna like cause a little commotion in the community. I think the girls are gonna gag.
And then there's obviously gonna be some comments that, you know, aren't going to be too friendly towards you. So what do you have to say about that?
Kiss my
say
ass.
to them. Perfect.
Actually,
Unbothered.
kiss her new pussy by the time this thing drops.
By the time this episode comes out, she'll
eat
have
my
a
pussy how?
Mm-hmm. She'll have a
that
pussy.
Bar.
Eat my pussy how?
And I cannot wait for your new pussy. But without further ado, guys, Kendall, Sahara, like if you guys want to come on and like
share your story, girls.
Share your story, tell your
God.
side.
The floor is yours.
I am not biased. You know, like if you think that there's a different side to it, people would love to hear that, and if you guys don't, well then we have no choice but to agree with this side, you know. So it's kind of like, I'm not biased, everyone's welcome. So with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Elena Demonetized. I'll leave all her links in the description box down below, and until my next episode, bye guys. Let's get demonetized.